Hello, Vol Nation, and welcome back to another week of Rocky Top Rundown. I'm Jeremiah Shields, and what a week it was on the Hill.
And I'm Cooper Shimlock. Vol Nation packed out Neyland Stadium for the first home game of the 2025 season, and the Vols did not disappoint. From start to finish, Tennessee put on a show against fellow in-state school ETSU, a game that gave fans a taste of just how dangerous this offense can be when we're clicking. But before we get to the full story, let's roll back to how the Orange and White kicked things off.
We've got you covered on all the highlights from that dominant performance. Plus, Lady Vol Volleyball swept their tournament matchup, stacking wins against Wofford, Samford, and Winthrop.
It's all right here, all orange, all the time. This is Rocky Top Rundown. To start Saturday, Deshaun Bishop and the Volunteers got off to a hot, quick start with a 50-yard run by the sophomore running back. Joey Aguilar, after the play, gets the ball from the 21-yard line and throws a snipe into a small hole to Chris Brazel for Joey and the Volunteers' first touchdown inside Neyland Stadium this year. It was a big play as the transfer from App State had his whole family in, including its grandmother, who went viral on social media. After multiple defensive stops, ETSU elects to punt the ball with Boo Carter deep to return. Carter makes a couple of defenders miss and returns the punt for 34 yards, giving the Volunteers premium field positioning. 3 plays later, Star Thomas and the Vols dance into the end zone for a big orange touchdown to take the lead to 17-0. This was Thomas's first touchdown of the day, as he ended with 3 touchdowns, totaling a new career high. Joshua Josephs comes up on defense clutch with a 4th and 3 sack to make it a 4th down that they have to punt deep in their end zone. They punt it to, again, Boo Carter, who makes not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different defenders miss as he steps out of bounds at the 5-yard line. 3 plays later, number 2, Peyton Lewis, would cram his way into the end zone to put the Volunteers up 24-0 early in the second quarter. With 4 minutes left in the first half, in a broken pocket, Joey Aguilar launches an absolute moonshot downfield. You can't tell who the ball is going to at first once it's up in the air, but number 4, Mike Matthews, comes down and takes the ball and struts into the end zone untouched. ETSU gets the ball and finally responds back and puts 7 points on the board after a minuscule effort from the Vols. But Star Thomas strikes back, bullying his way into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day, putting the Vols up 48-7 going into the half. To start the second half, ETSU scored a 40-yard field goal, and then Tennessee put in the backups. Backup quarterback Jake Merklinger, the sophomore, led a 10-play, 75-yard drive, completing the drive with a touchdown pass to, again, in the corner, Chris Brazel. Merklinger once again drives down the field, this time capping off a drive with a dump-off pass to tight end Jack Van Desleer, who marches into the end zone for 6. As we go into the fourth quarter, Tennessee closes out the game with an 11-play, 75-yard touchdown capped off by freshman running back DeJuan Morris. It was also led down by freshman quarterback. The Vols went up 72-17, setting a new program record. Tennessee walks away from this bout unscathed, and that new record was 72 points, had not been hit in the modern era.
After a gritty season opener in Atlanta, the Vols football team returned to Neyland Stadium with a statement performance against ETSU. The Vols put on a show, dominating from start to finish. Let's go to Run Drea for a full story breakdown of the game.
Rain and clouds didn't stop the Vol Nation from showing up in Neyland with big energy. Tennessee wasted no time, putting up 24 points in the first quarter alone. From there, the Vols kept the pressure on both sides of the ball, rolling past ETSU with a dominant 72-17 win. Tennessee's offense put up numbers that were like a video game, totaling 717 yards with 458 in the air and 259 on the ground. Joey Aguilar threw for 288 yards and 2 scores right before halftime, and one of those highlights came on a 53-yard strike to sophomore receiver Mike Matthews.
Really just running my route, and I seen Joey drop back and throw it up, and I knew he was trusting us to go get the ball, so I just did what we always do.
Matthews finished with 111 yards and a touchdown, while Chris Brazel added 125 yards and 2 scores. Running back Star Thomas also found the end zone 3 times as Tennessee shattered its modern-era record for points in a game.
So, we always understand that every game is like a challenge, and it's just steps with everything. So we already knew what was at stake, and we always just put focus on this game, focus on the next one, and now we're focused on the next game.
Tennessee now turns its attention to a top 20 matchup with Georgia next weekend. Reporting from Neyland, I'm Drea Peebles.
Let's take a look at Tennessee's men's golf, who were in action this weekend at Knoxville Collegiate. The Vols dominated on their home course at Tennessee National, opening with a 15-under first round and carrying that momentum into day 2. Through 36 holes, Tennessee stood at 20 under overall, clearly in control of the field. Bruce Murphy led the way, firing rounds of 67 and 66 to share the individual lead at 7 under par. Josh Hill was stated with a bogey-free 69 to climb into the top 5, while Lance Simpson, Jackson Harrington, and Chase Kice all turned in strong rounds to keep the Vols out front. With depth across the lineup and momentum on their side, Tennessee enters the final round looking to lock down the statement victory on their home turf. The Vols close out tournament Sunday looking to seal the deal and bring home the hardware. The Lady Volunteer Volleyball team closed out their week strong. The Lady Vols faced Wofford as the first of 3 opponents in the FCC tournament held in Thompson Bowling Arena this past week. Sweeping their way through the Food Center, let's take a look. Wofford comes in as an 0-3 opponent for the 1-1 Lady Vols. Tennessee opens their first set losing to Wofford, but strikes back in the second and third sets to jolt some momentum for the Volunteers. Tennessee ices the match against Wofford with his booming kill from Star Williams to send the Lady Vols into their next matchup against a 2-1 Sanford. Hayden Cubitt sets the tone in the first set, which ends up carrying the Lady Vols to a 1-0 lead. Cubitt wasn't done yet as she continued to steamroll the Sanford defense, finishing the night off with 18 kills. The Volunteers would win this matchup 3-0 to keep things rolling for their matchup later that day against a 2-2 Winthrop. The Lady Vols look to keep their feet in the floor as they come out of the gates hot. The Tennessee offense keeps Winthrop on their toes as they mount point after point to take a clean sweep against Winthrop. This win takes the Lady Volunteers win streak to 3 and gives them a record of 4-1.
That's going to do it for this week's Rocky Top Rundown. From a 72-17 statement win inside of Neyland Stadium to a volleyball tournament sweep, Tennessee is starting fall sports with some serious momentum again.
And something tells me that this is just the beginning. Thanks for hanging out with us, Vol Nation. I'm Jeremiah Shields.
And I'm Cooper Shimlock. Until next time, always remember, Rocky Top will always be home sweet home to me, and go Vols.